Hello everybody, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and I couldn't be more smitten. I am the smitten kitten at the moment. Why am I smitten? I've named her Anthea. Have you guys seen the show Skins? Like, I like to name my pets and my things and my taxidermy and my animated objects after British characters that I fall in love with in television. Insane Paranormal, how are you? Nice to see you. So I got the trailer. I got the keys. I have the title. It's a big deal. So I couldn't be more of the smitten kitten. And also, I went to the store. I walked to the store. Hello, Winding Witch Way and Silver Willow. So good to see you guys. We're going to do a good amount of live stream right now because we're going to go down and play in the trailer a little bit. I'm so happy for me too. I'm so happy for me, the channel, you guys, where everything's going, the direction it's going. I am well. I am very well, and taking care of my dad has been very difficult with an empathetic soul, right? But at the same time really rewarding because it's easy to avoid it when you aren't here all the time. But it's just hard to see somebody you love struggle to breathe and on oxygen all the time, and he bumps his arm and it, you know, getting old. It's crazy. Hello, Bone Whisperer Hex. It's so good to see you. Hey, Maddie's here. Hi, Maddie. It's been a long time. I love you, sugar. So we're going to do a reveal on the vintage trailer that I just got. Raven Song's here. Ben CJ's here. So good to see you guys. You must be very patient, Jen. He's lucky to have you. I'm lucky to have him. And yes, we're lucky to have each other. I know, everybody's here. Everybody wants to see the trailer, right? So we're going to go down there. I don't know if the Wi-Fi might be patchy as we walk, but it's okay. We're still going to be connected. I do want to show you something because this candle read is magnificent. Okay, when I left to go to the store, I walked to the store to get my dad some bread and stuff. I gave up driving, so I just walked to the little store up the road. I want to show you this candle read because I asked my grandma, who's my spirit guide, my mom's mother, my grandma, if she would be with me because I just knew that I was going to walk to the store and I knew something would happen, you know, and I knew it was going to be positive. So I asked my grandma to be with me, and I lit this candle for her, and like I said earlier, I was giving her that offering of the menthol cigarette. And this candle read is, I mean, if you're into wax reads, it's really something. And it's crackling, as you can hear. Here's her offering. Can you hear it? I don't know if you guys can hear it crackling, but this spit out, this reed is really magnificent. I don't move my candles too much. Yep, you guys can hear it. It's just, there's so much to say about kind of what's spitting out and going on here. And so, yeah, like I say, when I left, it was just a candle. I come back and it's all, she's with me. She's with me. So today, what's today? Friday what? Friday, August what? You guys tell me. I know it's Friday, but what's the date? This is a special day to me for a lot of reasons. Not gonna cry. I want to show you what I got for a thrift haul when I went to the store and I asked my grandma to be with me. It's the 23rd. Thanks, you guys are awesome. You know what day it is. You guys keep me on track. I love it. So I got my dad a special gift, and it's back there with him. I got him this, like, really cool, he collects coins, so I got him this Lincoln head jar, and he's in love with it. It's old vintage carnival glass. And he's going to put his wheatback pennies in it. And so here's what I got. Right next to the little store that is like a little country store, they put in a third-hand junk shop. Great. No. So I got this. It's a vintage antelope rack. It's magnificent. I love all the curls and points. You guys know I have tons of deer taxidermy, but I've yet to have antelope. And it's cool because when you get really close, there's actually hair still on it. And it's just got kind of like a cloth mat onto it. A lot of the vintage taxidermy that's hand done will just look like this with a nail hole, and you can just hang it up on a nail. Probably weighs like 15-20 pounds. But yeah, so excited that I just like fell upon this, and I told them they have so many oil lamps there, and they have one with the back. There's a metal back to it so that the light will shine your way. So I'm gonna go get that. I think it's like 35 bucks, but man, I gotta ask them if I can film, and I know that they're not gonna have a problem with it, because if you guys find that there is a cauldron there that's from the early 1900s, it's huge and it's $100. Like, they called it a bean pot, but he goes, you know it's a cauldron. And I go, yeah, I'm a witch. And so that's how we started out the conversation today. So I didn't have enough for the cauldron, but it's like vintage cast iron from the early 1900s. If anybody needs one, the shipping would probably be insane, but I could get it to you. And look at this. So they have all these old medical bottles. But this medical bottle, now, okay, I'm just going to give you a warning. This is taxidermy. A mouse crawled inside this bottle to lick out the sugar, and it decayed inside. And so inside of here, there's like a mouse skeleton. And I know it's probably difficult to see, but there's like a skull and fur, and it's interesting how the air takes care of things. This is an old General Hospital bottle. Okay, it says Birmingham General Hospital. It is so cool. My grandma's talking to me in that wick. It's going, it's just, she likes her menthol cigarettes. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna have to get a pack and do more offerings for her, but cigarettes are expensive, man. So, really excited about this old General Hospital with the mouse that taxidermied itself right inside. Like, that's such a cool spirit animal. Woot woot. Exactly. A lot of energy in this bottle. Yeah. Your mom has a huge... Hello, Glamorous Mystic. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. So nice to see ya. Your mom has a huge collection of old medical bottles. So amazing. I'm always looking for, like, opium and heroin bottles. Now, they're generally, like... Because, you know, in the early 1900s, they had bottles of heroin that you could just buy. And I'm always looking for those to work for addiction magic. You know, addiction magic. Those old medical bottles are so great. Now, the last thing I want to show you guys... Put your socks on and hold them up because they might fly off. So I got what is called a pocket pipe. And for those of you who do conjure and hoodoo and offerings of like tobacco to your ancestors, things like this, you're going to know exactly how cool this is. So it comes apart, and I'm going to put it together for you. Your grandmother smoked too? You saw your deceased grandma last night in your dreams. That's fantastic. That's such a message. So let's start with the bowl. It's carved out of what looks like, maybe, I'm not really good with woods, but it's a light wood, maybe like a birch or an oak. I'm not sure. And what's carved in here? It just looks like floral designs, and then there's this name place that you can carve yourself. So I might get my Dremel tool and put something on there, but if you can see, it's like a name place. And now it's got this little tassel hanging down. You plug this into here. It's clean, which is awesome. And then this is just, it's still got the wood grain on it. So it's a pocket pipe because you could take it apart and put it back together. Now, I don't smoke tobacco anymore, but once a year I actually smoke the cigarette for my grandparents because I quit smoking a long time ago. But as you can see, you can do something as simple as letting, what I do, it doesn't come from any book, it's just my intuition. It's, you know, intuitive magic, y'all. I let the cigarette just get melted into the wax, and when I left, it was immediately melted right into the wax. There's some wax drippings that, as you can see, came down. So, Grandma Maggie, I'm so glad you're here. I can't say how precious, like, this whole thing is. So, you know, if you run into somebody that smokes the type of cigarettes that one of your ancestors smoked, just ask them for a cigarette. It was uncomfortable for me to ask my friend for a cigarette this morning because he knows I don't smoke, but whatever. So this is a pocket pipe. So, so cool. So happy to have it. It's quite large, as you can see. And I was going to go get a brand new one when I had, you know, the funds to do it in the next year or two. And I just happened upon this, and it's amazing. So cool. All right, so the pocket pipe, the mouse taxidermied in the bottle, and the antelope rack. Really cool. And then I got my dad's like coin bottle. So I figure now we should go down and look at the trailer, which is totally going to be my witchy trailer. That's where I'm going to keep all my herbs, all my stones, all my most precious things. Smitten kitten. So I'm going to use the loo. I'll be right back. You guys chat amongst each other and we'll go check out the vintage trailer. We shall. We shall. I'm going to tip you down with the candle just so that you can say hello to my nan. Okay? I'll be back. I gotta show you guys one other thing I'm working on, and I'll give a disclaimer. This might be gross, okay? But I'm the taxidermy witch. Kind of almost everything I do is a little gross. Or weird, or interesting, or whatever you want to call it. But in here, oh, I see Tangerine Layla's here. What's up, my darling? I love you. Did I tell you guys the name of the trailer? Because I named her. Did I tell you? I never find anything like that in my small town. Well, I'm so happy I found it in my small town because we're in a small town. Fuck, this antelope rack is amazing. So again, when I bring things home, I keep them next to a candle and I do what I call blessing them in. Okay? If I had a moonlight to go and bless it in, I would. So here, I'm going to give the disclaimer. It's going to be weird and gross, okay? In here, I'm soaking in some Dawn dish soap. It's already been boiled and cooked. My family hunts, and they tend to just throw the bones back into the earth. Well, I want to use the bones. And so here is a big elk neck. And we eat this. Elk neck tastes so good, guys. Get the soap off there. So I am cleaning off with a toothbrush the rest of the meat. And then I'll probably boil it again and get it all cleaned off. But right now we have to pick off, you know, meat and tendons. Now on the inside is the marrow. For those of you who conjure, especially Maddie, you should be listening to this because I know you're into the conjure and you're getting initiated, which, man, that's so special. Bone marrow. Bone marrow is something that I use because it is the essence of life. If you've ever known anybody that's gone through any, like, bone marrow transplants, it's something. It's so hard, so difficult. But anyway, I'm cleaning off this, and I'm going to use that elk neck I'll probably use it for throat chakra workings, okay? But I'm going to put this back at the sink. I just wanted to show that to you guys because it was something that I was getting ready to do. But that elk neck throat chakra is communication, stability. I could think of 1,000 things, but there we go. And once it, you know, you can clean it off with a really hard bristled toothbrush, etc. That's what I'm up to. It's going to take a few days to get it clean, but that's what I'm up to. Let's go see the trailer. I can't imagine something cooler than a mouse crawling in a bottle for sugar and sadly not being able to get out, but me being able to have that later. I can't. It's too much. Oh yeah, Maddie, I have to tell you, dude. Conjurer's Table, are you still here? I got a book called Okay, this is another disclaimer if there's kids here. I got a book to make cards, okay? Bunch of cards. It is called The Big Penis Book. Now, I got this because somebody suggested, wouldn't that be a cool oracle deck? And I was like, yeah. I wish that I could show these pictures, but if you guys want to Skype so I can show you pictures of the book, I'm going to be able to get like 4 or 5 decks out of the book. Human anatomy is magnificent to me, whether it's female, whether it's male, whether it's the insides, the outsides. I'm fascinated by anatomy. Always have been. So if anybody's interested on Skype, I can show you pictures, and then we'll just list it on Etsy as the anatomy deck. But I can't, I even had to take down my human bone listing because Etsy doesn't allow, you know, no penises, no boobs, no butts, okay. Okay. So if anybody's still interested in those human bones, I can sell them, but we put them under something else, you know, like rib bone. That's fine. But if you say human bone, apparently you get in trouble. So Whitney, we lucked out, man. All right. Let's see the trailer. We don't actually need the keys because it's unlocked, but let's go. I just got the title. It's a big day for me. Bye, Grandma. I love you. We'll see you later. Alright, so we're going to take a walk and go down to the trailer. Yes, the trailer of life. Tangerine, we have so many songs. Me and you will make the best band. The trailer of life. Oh, and on my organ, I've come up with some really cool little licks. So I can't wait to show you. Yes, girl with Sven. My trailer is called Anthea. Anthea is the name of a British character that I fell in love with from the show Skins. If you guys haven't seen the show Skins on Netflix, you're freaking missing out. There's that trampoline. Witch on a trampoline. You want me to go jump? I'll go jump. Who wants me to jump on the trampoline? Say the word. We'll go. We need to do an organ duet would be amazing. Catch another spider and release. I will. Jump! I need 3 jumps. There's 2, there's 3. What? Kirsten, you said it twice. I need 1 more jump and I'll go jump. Who wants the taxidermy witch to... There we go. That's all we had to say. Alright. There's a tramp. Here's me. We're gonna go jump. Are you ready? Are you ready? So wet. willing to do any flips or anything nuts because I don't want to hurt myself. Old lady. Give me just a minute. Are we still really clear? Is everything clear? That was epic. Wicked. Here's a little fern. We we can use those for our magics. That was pretty epic, you guys. I got all dirty. That's fine. Okay. Thanks, man. I thrift everything I get, even if it's clothes, you know. I'm not into paying full price. I'm not into new stuff. I'm not into supporting, like, whatever. I'm tired. Okay, so you need to have that scene on a loop. Maybe my intro. Witch on a trampoline. Ba, 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 ba. I'll get a better filmer for it. Cute boots. Thanks, Kitty. Hey, Kitty, did you get your Oracle deck? Did you get your vintage food Oracle deck? I'm so excited for you to have it. And, hey, Drowgler's here. Hi, honey. Nice to see you. If at any point you love it, have you used it? Did you do a read from it? I worked really hard on that book and I hope that you love it. You love the dragon fruit? Oh my god. Yeah, okay. So for those of you who are on the Patreon, which I listed in the description below, there's my little tiny advertisement. I did an exclusive video and we made a wormwood crown. And it was a king crown for duality. And Hearts of Persephone, aka Kitty here, ordered the crown. And then she got the vintage food Oracle deck. And I don't know, I'm in love with the deck. I couldn't be happier with the way that it ended out. And so I'm just really happy that you have it, Kitty. I'm really happy you're the perfect person to have it. I'm going to run and be back in 60 seconds. And there's 21 people here right now. I would like for you guys to say hello to each other or take the time to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. But if you give me a thumbs down, tell me why. Because I really want to adjust for the people that aren't caring for the videos, right? I guess that's all I have to say on that. So 60 seconds. Let's see how quick I can go. How quick I can go. Show you guys the garden too. Oh man. Even though my mom does so much, she was able to put in a garden this year. It's just amazing. Silver Willow says your grandson is here, so probably won't be commenting a lot. He keeps that. Okay, honey. I'll try and keep the rest of it not so. Hey, Kirsten, you live close. You can come jump whenever you want. Jump on the tramp, man. So, let's just have like a little ceremonial. I grabbed my Nan, Maggie, who Tangerine you know. I grabbed her favorite beer, Miller High Life, the champagne of beer. I'm going to pour out the first bit for her at the edge of the trailer. And then we're going to, I mean, that's just one way that I like to bless things. Again, it doesn't come from any book. It comes from my intuition. I've been doing these things since I was a kid. Not pouring out beer, but like little things like leaving offerings of blackberries and special rocks and pretty leaves for reasons that I couldn't explain. So when people talk about intuitive magic, yeah, I mean, yep, I'm about to show you guys the trailer. We're getting there. We're trying to build it up. Shannon Carter, hi guys, just got off work. What did you miss? Not much. We did a little thrift haul with some vintage taxidermy, pocket pipe that's made out of all different kinds of woods. And then what else did we show? The bottle with the mouse in it. So yeah, if you get a chance, go back to the front, but you didn't miss the trailer. You just missed the thrift haul. So how do I bless in a trailer? Like, have you heard of the tradition of taking a champagne bottle and busting against a wall when you open a new business or something like that? Okay, well, I'm not going to be busting any beer bottles. I'm just going to pour a little bit out as a libation for my grandmother, because my grandmother Maggie is my spirit guide, one of them, and that's who we were talking about inside when we watched the candle burn. I'm still catching my breath from that trampoline. How many jumps did I do? Like only 15? It was... or giant scissors. Yeah, I don't have a giant ribbon, but if I did. So, I've got her menthol cigarette burning in the house on the candle drip, and let's go bless in the trailer. Are you guys ready? Now, one thing I have to say is please don't judge, because this property has a lot of stuff on it. You could... somebody might see what I'm going to show you and call it like white trash. Do I care? No. People just don't understand. My mother grew up in the Depression era, and she keeps everything. Yeah, just like they do on graves, libation. That's what we're doing. All right, so here we are. Ba, ba, ba. Where is she? The tree hit it. I was going to do this reveal, but it didn't work. All right, here we go. This is going to work. Ready? Ba, 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 ba. Oh! That's Anthea. Now you have to say it right. It's not Anthea. 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 So this is Anthea. And she is a 1965 trailer. Anthea. 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 So here we go. I'm going to try not to trip. Wah! And she has everything original except for the ice box has been replaced. And so now we're going to do a little ritual that is just mine. Okay. And we're going to do the libation in the taxidermy witch way. It's just my own way. Okay. I don't know how anybody else does it. Yellow jackets, you need to find another place to live. Go! Full of yellow jackets. Okay, so I'm going to pour out my Nan's very favorite beer, which is a cheap beer. Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. Maggie. I'm going to bury this under the trailer. Okay? Just how I want to do it. And I'm going to pour the beer where I'm going to bury the cap. Okay? Right there under the wheel. Why am I doing it under the wheel? It's all intuitive. Okay? I'm doing that for grounding. I'm doing it for travel. I'm doing it for life success. Grandma, I love you. I feel like you are part of the reason why I have what I have. And I'm so grateful. So, let's take a drink, and if you guys have a drink, even if it's tea or if it's whatever, look, it filmed the whole thing up, it's fine. Whatever you've got, if you have a beverage, even if it's water, take a drink with me, and let's bless in this trailer. I love the color too. Cheers to everyone. Smart idea if you're outside having beers. Because my uncle one time had a beer and a bee crawled in and then he drank the beer and he had to go to the hospital. Just put a little piece of wood over it while you're not drinking it. Like this. Right? So that a beer can't, or a bee can't crawl in. Now let's look inside because she is gorgeous and most everything is original. Cheers to Anthea and Maggie. Absolutely. You know what? That means so much to me, Glamorous Magic. Thank you. So all like original headlights, taillights, whatever you want to call them. Here's how she looks from the side. We've got glass that kind of opens for a vent. Of course, she needs a little bit of like dusting and cleaning. But look! There's the inside without going in. Oh, who's excited? Here's the door. Let's look at her from the other side of the driveway. I don't know why the yellow jackets are here. I think they might have a nest. So here she is from the other end. And that's, you know, the trailer hitch. Thanks, Fairy Horse. I appreciate it. God, you guys are awesome. I'm so happy you're here with me to tell me how nice it is. It is going to be my witchy trailer. All my herbs are going in here. We're doing videos in here. When I'm in solitary... When I'm stationary...
I love it. It's so cute.
I know, isn't it? Did you see it come in today?
No.
Yeah, it's a 1965. Everything's original. I'm so happy to get it. I haven't met you. Hi. I'm Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. I'm Erin.
I'm taking care of my dad. And so we've got the trailer.
Hi. Oh, okay. This is Casey.
Hi, Casey. Good to
See you floating around.
Yeah. When you get time, come over and check it out.
Definitely. You can see her little.
Yeah, I know. I was marveling at the cover and everything. Yeah. That was so nice to the store because they can leak and everything, but she has no mold or no damage.
That is awesome.
See?
I want to introduce you to Dean because he has a couple that he's renovating and stuff.
I would love to talk to him because there might be some questions I have about this old girl.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. We call her Anthea.
Anthea.
Anthea. Have a good day, you guys.
All right.
Nice
We'll see
to
you
meet you.
Jennifer.
Yes, Jennifer.
Okay. Awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Nice to
See you
meet you.
later.
See you later. So there's some neighbors that I've never met, but they were just commenting on my trailer. Uncle Badger's here. I have a real heavy suspicion that at one point or another Uncle Badger might visit me in this little trailer. Jezebel is here. Hi, Jez. Ah! Heather Foley, we're all here. Hey, we're all here. So, the sunlight is kind of getting to me. But anyway, as you can see, there's just lots of little things that we have to like clean and tidy up because my folks don't let go of a lot of things. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We love them. Groovy wagon. Exactly. What a groovy wagon. So let's go inside. This thing is glued to my hand, so I can't really do anything without it. It's so sad. Alright, so we have the door. And then we have the screen door, which has, you know, the... Whoop, whoop. Let's go in. Oh my god, we're in. It smells like a camper, but it doesn't smell like damp at all. Screen door, no bees can come in. Woohoo! Come on, you. There we go. Alright. So, we're in the trailer. And I'm going to show you the back before I show you the front because the front is wicked. You got to stick around to see the front because it's all the appliances. Okay? So, We've got some original beautiful light fixtures in here, made of metal, not plastic. It's almost like a piece of metal had a bunch of cutouts in it. Are we still clear on Wi-Fi, y'all? Tangerine, are we still clear? So it's got some brass on the back and then some steel on the front, and then it clicks and it turns on, it twists. Okay? Thank you, Tangerine. Up here, we've got a teeny bit of storage, like almost like a little spice rack or something. Okay. We've got some ventilation. Down below, we have another, that's the window, and it's also got a screen. So all you do to open it is you crank the little handle. Peggy said I need to air it out. So, and those are glass on the outside, which is awesome. They're glass, not plastic. This back window, it doesn't open. That's the only window that doesn't open. Now, up here, you see a big shelf. When I see that big shelf, I think of Effie. Okay? And I can't even tell you about like how Effie and Anthea really go together, but like at some point I will be able to explain it. Okay, we have 33 people here. That's such a special number to me. Thank you all for being here. So up here we have like a bed, and it can hold up to 120 pounds a person. Okay, and it slides back or forward. Okay, and now it's just a shelf. But we can pull it forward, and now it's a 4-foot shelf instead of a 2-foot shelf. All this stuff is original, including the pads. The pads I'll be replacing but keeping. Okay, now down here when we remove the pads, because this all turns into a bed, of course, and up here is a bed. So when we remove the pads, underneath there's loads of storage. So all my glass bottles can go under here. All my herbs, all my twiddles. Come on, you. I think I'll just take the cushions out, to be completely honest. But under here, there's storage that you can get into by lifting this up or by pulling that shelf down. So tons and tons of storage underneath the bed. I've even seen people put bathtubs in here. Okay. Now, this table that's up here, just like any nowadays trailer, this table comes down and makes a full giant bed. Or, of course, in the daytime, it stays up. And it's a table and chairs and that, right? Okay, now, this side is not as impressive as the side you're sitting on. It's going to get better and cuter and more vintage, believe me. So up top here, up top, we've got a swivel for ventilation. Get the air going through. Air, 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 air. On every side of this trailer, and I'll show you as we go through, air. Another window that opens, air. Another, air everywhere. So we've got a good ventilated trailer. That was one thing that I was on the fence about with some of the other vintage trailers, was that there wasn't enough air ventilation, because this has power, this has gas, everything's working well, but you're not always going to be plugged into gas, you're not always going to be plugged into water, so what are you going to do? The coolest thing about this trailer maybe is the fact that you can take a garden hose, plug it into the outside, good to go. You can take a 3-prong plug, plug it into the outside, you're good to go. So wherever you take this trailer, you can plug it into whatever you've got. Oh, Lucian. Okay, so I'm not supposed to call you Maddie anymore. It's Lucian. I love the name. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Can you give me a thumbs up, Maddie, if I'm pronouncing it right? Lucian? Or is it... Well, I don't know how else to say it. I think it's Lucian. You plan... Third idea for the song. Hey, Joyce Jordan! Jen, I love the trailer and the beauty, airy feeling of the turquoise and white interior. Yes, yes, yes. So that's our theme. And then besides turquoise and white, we have this amazing, like, emerald blue. Or not emerald blue, sapphire blue on the counters. On the, what do we call it? Formica. But this is the original sink. Flipping gorgeous. Teeny tiny, turn on and off. Teeny tiny sink. Okay. Let's see, what else can I show you? Let's go over here. We have the original stove and oven. Okay, so spider burners, or whatever you call them. Gas stove, original turquoise. Backsplash up the wall of that sapphire blue formica, or whatever you call it. Then when we come over here and look at it from afar, we have the oven and the toilet. Now let's talk about the toilet. So, I'm not a fan of a toilet being in the kitchen. And this trailer is so small, it doesn't have a bathroom, but it does have a closet. And the closet is big enough to go in and shut the door like an airplane. Like way too small, but it works. So, below here, we have a composting toilet, which means that you empty it when it's full, or like a few days, whatever. You can buy these for like 60, 70 bucks on Amazon. I know because I bought one before. So that just hangs out there and you can pull it out, take a piss. You could use a piss pot if you wanted to. Remember back in the old days, we just used a chamber pot, right? Chamber pot, piss pot, whatever. So for me... And there's a little thing here where you can put a curtain, which is super cute. I'm going to find some fabric and put a curtain over it, of course. Just all the... Like, everything in here is original except for the refrigerator because it used to have an icebox. So, let's come up on the table. And over here... This is the only thing that's been replaced is the icebox. And she said it gets really cold, which is great. But do y'all know what an icebox is? Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I couldn't tell you how excited I am. And how blessed I feel. And at this point... I'll just be completely honest. At this point, hi Sherry Bug, how are you? Nice to see you. So an ice box, yeah, you put ice below it and around it, and you would fill a box that had like an outer box, and the ice goes all around it, and it really did keep things cold. Now, if you put that ice box into the ground, it would stay even colder. So in the old days, and even the new days, a lot of people do this, that like commune and stuff, and live without power. You use icebox. And at my house, we either call it the fridge or the icebox. And I think that is a statement of how my mother lives through the Depression. Her mother was in the Depression. And they used terms like icebox and other things that aren't usual. So, you've got a beautiful little cutting board. Super clean with Formica on the top. Love it. Comes out pretty far. Can you see the Formica? And then clean little shelves for silverware and stuff. Cutting board. That's silly. I'll probably, I don't know, clean it up or throw it out. I don't know. Below the sink, plumbing and stuff. Whatevs. A big storage cabinet, which I'll show y'all. And a cupboard up above, which is cool. So I'm going to get all my herbs in here. This is where my herbs are going to live. Like, this whole trailer is going to be full of herbs. We're going to do videos in here. Now, if we cook when we're stationary and we're not on the road traveling, we're going to cook on an electric burner to do our ointments, or, you know, if we have to cook teas, oils, salves, things like that. We're going to do it on an electric burner because my parents are uncomfortable with me using gas until I get comfortable with it, especially since this is so old. But in my opinion, it should be used. And at some point I can't wait. And we have an old vintage oven here too. It's just the dog's bollocks, if you will. So cool! So freaking cool. Uncle Badger, isn't it the dog's bollocks? So the only thing I don't fancy is the toilet being there, but I will show you where the toilet can go. I really gotta get these out of here. Whoop! Because they're not doing us any favors by being here. I think I'm going to make band t-shirt pillows or pin-up pillows for the bench seats. But I'll do something because I don't want to use the original pillows because I don't want to sleep on something that's like so old. Bee's knees, okay. I've been watching too much In-Betweeners, that's why I said the dog's bollocks. Alright, bee's knees. You got it. So let's take these out. They're as tall as the unit. Ugh. See, I'm not down with like pillows that I'm not super fan of, so I'll probably cover these with t-shirts and have my favorite band tees in here. And then I want to make this trailer every single bit of white wall pin-up wallpaper. I'm going to keep all the turquoise, but every single thing in here that is white, from the ceiling down to the very ground, my own pin-up wallpaper, so that I can have this trailer be an advertisement, if you will, of my art. So it will be turquoise green and then complete melded pin-up wallpaper. And man, that takes hours. But in my life, at some point, I would like to interior design for people based on my own methods. Not based on going to school to learn interior design. No. Just gen art. Okay, B, you gotta get out of here. That way. No! Oh shit, that yellow jacket's mad at me. Get out of here. Alright, so we got the cushions out. We gotta keep the door shut, otherwise I think we have a yellow jacket nest like right over there. So everything is original, like all the lamps and all the, basically the fridge, and yeah, so let me show you the cupboard. So we've got two little cupboards. And there's a little rack for curtains. So I'm going to make my own curtains. That'll be real fun. Oh, this one's pretty sticky. There we go. Open. Here's a cupboard. You can see it. Okay. Loads of storage for my herbs. And guess what? I can put my moon water in there, I can put my storm water, I can put my dew water, I can put my snow water, I can put all my waters that need to stay out of the light into that cupboard, okay? Now, my goal is that any glass jars that I have herbs in that are in this camper will be in amber glass, okay? Yes, so many crafts to do and take out on the run. We will be a trailer on the run. I don't know, I don't anticipate getting this out until I meet a friend that can take me and drive me, but my father also gave me his truck. So I mean, we've got all the things we need, but I will be here taking care of my father and doing my channel and fixing up my trailer for the next probably year or less. And then we'll see where we go after that, you know. But so rewarding being here with my dad, not just because of this. This is not even part of it. Just being here with him and helping him take care of him has been this like ultimate rewarding. And so then the other little cabinet here. Oh, and by the way, that shelf goes all the way down behind. There's like all this storage that you would think is cut off, but it's there. It's all there. Hey, team. Wait, hold on. There's someone new here. Everyone, welcome, Team Fiswad. Welcome. Big welcome from the TTW family. One day at a time. Exactly. Enjoy the journey. We will. If I can fit Effie in here, she'll be up here. And I think that might be the only piece of big taxidermy I can keep. Otherwise, I won't be able to move around. But that might be Effie's bed. And then I might just sleep below her. Yeah. Because also, Effie and Anthea, if you guys have watched the show Skins, they're kind of a unit, you know. And so I've decided to name her Anthea. We are inside of Anthea. So let me show you the little toilet cupboard where you have your mirror. Wait, hold on. Can I get my face in here? Hello! And there is a water heater back here, or a water tank down there, and enough room to put the toilet if you wanted to hide in the closet and do that. Otherwise, I might just make a big old bookshelf. I'm not sure. You know, I've got a little bit of deciding to do on what's going to go where. Thanks, Joyce. I'm really happy to. My life has been so hard, but so blessed. You know, I've been through some stuff that is too hard to describe on YouTube. But, but at the end of the day, I feel like very, very blessed, very, very happy, and very, very, proud of what I've done, even though I have a lot of things that I'm not proud of, you know, with like past addiction and things like that. And for anybody who's been through, is a recovering addict or been through addiction, you know what I'm talking about. So, feel very blessed because my life could have gone a completely different way. And these come down to the tiny choices that we decide to make. Every tiny choice adds up to something. So, hey, Brenda's here. So good to see you. Isn't she cute? So I'm going to get this last little cushion out of here. And then, I don't know, I think I'll go check on Dad. It's time for him to take his 4 o'clock medicine. I'm at 13%. It's 4 o'clock. So, yeah, let's sign off and say kiss, kiss, ta. Thank you for everybody that came. And welcome to Anthea. 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 We're going to try our best to get Effie in here. I'm not sure. But I need her to be in here. I need my kitty that will never leave. You know? Thank you, Iridescency. Thank you. Oh, the aqua goes with my eyes. Joyce. You sweet girl. But no, just the... everything about this makes me happy. So I'm feeling it. I'm glad that you guys are here. And have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful day. We'll probably sign on later for another video. And that would be 4 today. We've done 2 other videos today. So make sure to check those out. I was talking about how to collect things from around the house that might be garbage to some people, but you can use in your witchcraft working. So bye, Trisha. It was so good to see everybody. So many kisses. Ta.